How many horses are in this photo? There is definitely more than one. The human nervous system. He looks a little nervous. Say something positive about gay people. Not only do they leave more girls for us, they take another dude with them. Let me be perfectly clear. Oh, I see. I appreciate your transparency. Robert Wadlow, the tallest man ever, with his family. He's the one with the tie. Oh, really? I just thought that was a stranger. More people live in the green area than the blue area. Yeah, but we haven't really checked, have we? There could be a civilization we don't know about. Shoplifters, when they see a shop. What's stopping you from doing this? Common sense. I just don't want to die. Gun-controlled lamp. You can turn it off, but only once. At least 23 people live inside this red circle. I was wrong, guys, sorry. 0 people live in this red circle because it's a picture. Woman who did the deed with 20 ghosts is now engaged to a spirit. She found her boo. My girl keeps telling me she'd be having dreams that I'm cheating on her. So no, I've gotta do it because it's my job as a man to help her make every dream come true. He's 104 years old. What's your excuse? He had more time to train. I haven't met a single person who doesn't like this movie. I don't like this movie. I've never met you. Bumblebees can fly higher than Mount Everest because Mount Everest can't fly. Say A or you're gay. You're gay. Have you removed you? What's on your mind? It's weird that in order to go to sleep, you have to pretend like you're already sleeping. Piano Man. He looks nothing like a piano. Pregnancy runs in my family. Over half of my ancestors had it at some point, and the other big one is death. That runs in the family too. An overwhelming majority of my ancestors experienced death at some point in their lives. The alphabet is seen from the side. The alphabet is seen from directly above. Well, I could never lend this shirt to anyone. I'm fricking Robert Downey Jr. You could lend it to your wife. What happens after you die? Lots of things happen after you die. They just don't involve you. This is the longest continuous path you can walk in the world. Fact check. False. What's your favorite movie of all time? Movies are worthy of our liking as long as the creators put their heart into it. It's not a movie. They told me it's a single bedroom with an attached bathroom. What is your secret to sleep well? Bash my head against my bedside anvil until I pass out? You have $10 million, but you can only buy things that start with the first letter of your name. What do you buy? A new house, a new truck, a lot of stuff. Wife told me to get a handful of Oreos. How is Kim Kardashian 40 years old? Because she was born in 1980. The most efficient meal is a small amount of oil. What TV show never had a decline in quality? Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It maintained a standard. It was always bad from the start and never improved. All of Chris Hemsworth's space scenes in Avengers Infinity War were filmed on Earth to accommodate the actor's oxygen dependency. Wait, I should make a video on bad film details. Is that a good idea? My mom asked for a formal picture of my month-old baby. I sent her this. This man has single-handedly made handcuffs pointless. Based on statistical evidence, I'm immortal. How so? Haven't died yet. Little slice of heaven for Valentine's Day. People with money unlock a different Earth. I made fried rice. I found a coupon that gives you $5 off at any store. If you ever feel down, just remember you're closer to being a millionaire than Jeff Bezos. Why the hell does no one talk about the fact that major depression and anxiety can give you major memory loss? Because none of us remember. Did you know there are more planes underwater than submarines in the sky? Your belly button is just your old mouth. Not even joking, this gave me a mental breakdown. The worst thing about cigarettes is the smell in your fingers. I don't know, I think lung cancer might be worse. 100% of the people who breathe oxygen die. That's going to look stupid in 60 million years. Work until your bank account looks like a phone number. 911. Boyfriend with no social media, where are you at? How the hell is he going to see this? They're a friend of a friend, obviously. I'd pay to see this Spider-Man film. You have to pay to see any Spider-Man film. Well, you don't actually have to. If your parachute falls, you have the rest of your life to figure it out. Man mistakes hunting buddy for deer. Shoots him during hunt in South Carolina. Can't blame him based on that picture. This plant-based alternative promises to help high schoolers stop vaping. The floor is lava. Everyone in Pompeii. You guys believe in the right person, wrong timing? I don't believe in people or time. I support people's choice to street race because it's a victimless crime, until they T-bone a family van full of children, ending ending the entire family. That's street crashing, which I'm very against. Rap battles are just a bunch of dudes aggressively singing poems they wrote about each other. Hey, people who know astrology, I've been having a lot of feelings lately. Any planets I can blame that on? Earth. For most of human history, vehicles had automatic collision avoidance and could even take you home when you were sleeping or drunk. Then we got rid of the horse. Being a serial killer is much like being a comedian, in that either you hit it big and get your own Netflix special, or you spend eternity popping up on podcasts. Americans have literally no banter. I don't know what country this is coming from, but we've probably beaten you in a war at some point. I'm American. Civil War. Why does the inside of a cheese grater look like every rap music video from the early 2000s? Pedro Pascal has never starred in a show rated under 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Neither have I. Yeah, that means we're just as good as Pedro, right? Actually, we're better. Blake Lively is pregnant, and you'll never guess what it is. Hopefully a baby. I really want a crystal that makes the vibes really bad and upsets everyone. Thanks for the recommendation of crystal being fat in the workplace is hard. Standing up for yourself is harder. We're doomed. Open box before eating pizza. You know it's cold outside when you go outside and it's cold. Just found out I'm really good at escape rooms. Apparently, if you have a panic attack in the corner, they let you out early. What would happen if a man takes birth control pills? They wouldn't get pregnant. Original image versus cropped image. A woman trying to end her life from the Eiffel Tower landed on a car and later married the owner of the car. So she fell in love? I hate lazy people. Why? We didn't even do anything. Girls are like strawberries. Sometimes they're in the grocery store. There is one person who is 7 times more likely to end you more than everyone else. Yourself. Not if I end him first. They deleted their user. Oh no. Chipmunks are legally classified as vermin, which means Alvin and the Chipmunks can be killed with no legal consequences. Saw a video on Instagram, how to turn $500 into $160,000 with NFTs. Dude just bought the NFT for $500 and set the asking price to $160,000. It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. Pouring river water in your socks. Why would I do that? It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. If you did it when you were drunk, you wanted to do it when you were sober. I'm pretty sure I didn't want to sleep outside in a wheelbarrow all night, but okay. If your parents don't have children, chances are you won't either. Nothing will hype you up as much as the realization that there's no real reason the alphabet needs to be in order. What have you done? It's so messed up that plutonium just looks like this. It could be orange flavored and we would never know. It could be delicious. Orange jelly. When gambling, you can win 2000% of your money, but you can only lose 100%. Do the math. The only real reason there are pyramids in Egypt is because they're too heavy to be carried to the British Museum. Jeff, this isn't a joke. It's legitimately true. Find the person who doesn't pay taxes. Can't find them? It's because they're right here. Fact, babies are leeches and don't pay taxes. Tell me something I don't know. The word none is just the letter N doing a cartwheel. Okay, meet crazy. Okay, this is crazy. I've spent the last 2 days turning this old record into a SpongeBob window. Maybe I do have too much time on my hands. Why do people like feet? Not shaming, just wondering what about feet makes them so attractive to some people. That must be something from the US. Here in Europe, we're more into meters. Can we talk about how cute motorcycle gangs are? Inseparable friends, matching outfits, going on adventures together. What wholesome, adorable fun. Lucky ducks. Someone in my Norwegian class didn't know the word for cowboy, so called them American horse pirates. And I've been laughing about it for an hour. Just to be clear, if you carefully removed and laid end to end all the veins, arteries, and capillaries of your body, you would die. I once bit a dog that bit me. How? By biting it. Egypt is smaller than the United States, Russia, and China combined. Well, it smells better than it tastes. A nose? What is not illegal, but would definitely get the cops' attention? Waving at the cop and calling them to come to you. I ordered a meditation book from Amazon, and every page just says, inhale, exhale. So I met a cute guy at the bar last night. Danced with him. Says he doesn't have a girlfriend. We exchanged Snapchats. I look him up on Facebook, and he doesn't have a girlfriend. He has a wife. I drew a portrait of my girlfriend. Do you like it? I think it could use a bit more detail. Whales are bigger than literally every single thing in the universe that is smaller than a whale. Earth with you and Earth without you. Is this supposed to be motivating? Don't call yourself bisexual if you've never ridden a bicycle. I can't breathe. Need some change. I'm a little short. If you had a Roblox game or YouTube channel blow up overnight and earned 10k plus, what would you get? 10k plus? Censorship. It's not not really that well censored. Would you eat 6 donuts? Honestly, my takeaway from this chart is that donuts are healthier than I thought. Just got sent a free NFT from my doctor. This is the future. Telling my 26-year-old friend they look good for their age. He was trying to cool the planet and she was regrowing the forests, and they wanted us to root for the trust fund billionaire. Your dad's keyboard? Okay, thumbs up. Divorced men after 50 on dating apps. If you serve your kids frozen pizza or chicken nuggets for dinner, you're a terrible parent. I don't care how busy you are. Find the time to microwave it. Day 8 of isolation. Beer frozen, burnt my food, and girl is pregnant. You just can't pull anything out in time, can you? I asked my boyfriend to bring me an ice cream sandwich. I'm exhausted from the disrespect. No doing the deed before marriage. Say it after me. Me it. What gives you butterflies every single time, no matter how many times you experience it? Buying caterpillars. I'm sorry, but shouldn't British websites use biscuits? What's your idea of the perfect date? Date, month, year. Other formats can be really confusing. I know every phone number. No, you don't. I do, I just don't know who they belong to. Someone please quickly explain baby clothing sizes to me. Baby clothes are smaller than most adult or even children's clothes. I hope this helps. If you were the last person on Earth and you hear a knock on your door, what would you do? Realize I was wrong? If the human population held hands around the equator, a significant portion of them would drown. Change does not come from a place of comfort. I find pennies and nickels in my couch all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. How you expect to feel after a nap versus how you really feel? That awkward silence when you both snapped on each other trying to get 4 kids out of the door. And now it's time to have a fun family day. Tell me a riddle. I am not alive, but I grew. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but I need water to live. What am I? I don't know. What are you? I am an AI language model designed to answer questions and provide information on a wide range of topics. Gator shows up at Florida hair salon without an appointment. It takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, but it takes an even bigger man to give a giraffe a haircut. What if you woke up one day and you were hot? I don't know, I'd probably open the window or something. Huge dog turns into puppy when reunited with owner. Very misleading title. Dog remained the same size throughout the video. Flagged. If something is old as hell, then it's about 1.2 billion years old, because that's when life evolved sexual reproduction. Wow, frick is old. However, if something is old as balls, it's only about 65 million years old, when placental mammals began to evolve proper testicles. I love biologists. You're telling me this doesn't look fake as hell? How to draw sheep. Draw a cloud, legs, a circle for the head, and then you have it. A sheep. Someone draw a sheep using these instructions. This really helped. I think this is the best sheep I've ever drawn. Stop buying plastic skeletons for Halloween. It's terrible for the environment. Locally sourced or natural skeletons are much more environmentally friendly. You've aged. You can save this cake by adding, well, you've aged. Q is such a great word. The actual important letter, and then 4 more silently waiting behind it in a line. Your pets have tripled in size. What is your immediate concern? That my pets have tripled in size? Are you an R pirate, or are you a yo-ho-ho pirate? I'm not paying $600 for Photoshop pirate. How far does a squirrel have to fall to die? Squirrels have been known to die without falling at all, so your answer to your question is 0 feet. My boss told me if I wanted a raise, I needed to send him in a detailed list of reasons why I think I deserve one. So I dropped this off on his desk. I'm poor. Best place to get a nose piercing? On the nose. I hope this helps. What does this mean? That, my friend, is exactly the question you have to ask. It means that this is one of the best ways to pile up rocks and not have them fall down for a long time. If anyone were to go back, say 1,000 years with a gun, they could bring down an entire empire. You'd need bullets too. I worked at McDonald's for 2.5 years and I put 11 nuggets in almost every 10 piece I made. This meant I were giving 110%. I want to eat an omelette. Omelette or omelette? Former is British, latter is American. And what you said is none of the above. Yeah, because I'm neither nor British or American. I'm Indian. Affordable ways to practice self-care. 1. Abandon society. Random cat crashes fashion show. Fights models. It's called a catwalk. She did nothing wrong. I'm so tired. Can you talk real quick? Not like an auctioneer, but I can talk faster than normal if I try really hard. Hugged my mum yesterday. First time in a year. Magic. Can't wait to do the same. I don't think my mum is expecting you. Why did the Archaeopteryx get the worm? Because it's an early bird. 1970s. Satanic cult attempts to possess a car. Isn't it sort of easy to possess a car? Like, you just inhabit it physically and then make it do whatever you want. Today at work, a girl at my register was heatedly explaining to her mother that wearing a dinosaur costume to her school's Decades Day was, in fact, perfectly acceptable because her teachers scientists did not specify any particular decade. The kids are alright. Without Googling, can you name a famous explorer? The Jurassic Park explorer. How much does a good telescope cost? 2.5 billion. You're going to a party. The theme is to dress inappropriately. Who or what do you dress as? Dress normally, because if the theme is to dress inappropriately, and you dress appropriately, technically you're the one being inappropriate for the occasion. One time I changed in front of my mum, and she saw a tattoo I have next to my butt, and she was like, make sure your employer never sees that. Tattoos aren't professional. And it's like, damn, now I can't sleep with my boss without them thinking I'm unprofessional. Just charge him for the deed so he thinks you're a professional. In 1977, we received a radio signal from space that lasted 72 seconds, and to this day, we still don't know where it came from. Yeah, we do. It came from space.